I'm gonna do some more. We're gonna, you're all stuck with me now. Some of you have been loyal crew for a while now. Some of you are newer. So, if we're gonna be on this ship together, for season two, I gotta get, we gotta figure it out. We gotta get the ground rules out there. You need to know my likes, my dislikes, so you can all plan accordingly. Um, get that shit I don't like off the ship. Bring that shit I do like on the ship. The give and take kind of relationship here. I'm sorry, it's just for right now. Your plaque will be seen by all. But okay. So we're gonna run through some proper debut stuff here. Okay? Um First, let's just do some simple about stuff. All right? Is it better over there or better over here? We'll put it over here. I'll move over a little bit here. Let me just scooch over. Okay. Okay. Here we go. So here we have some things about me, since this stream is it's about me. All right. We got Vinny Beans. That's me. That's my name. I'm Vinny Beans. Hence, the logo. My height, 6 feet even. 6 feet. A nice even height. Age 28. Not much to say about that. I don't have control over that. Born in 92. Now I'm 28. Weight, if you all must know. 145. I don't know why I put 145. It's closer to 150. There's some fluctuation. It's actually closer to, like, these days, 150 to 155. Everyone's got a little extra that they haven't quite lost from quarantine yet. You know what I'm saying? Um, my secret of youth. My secret of youth is the realization that growing up is overrated. Who needs it? Adults are just large children. Remember that, and you can be a kid forever. It's fine. Um, so origin, as you see here, planet Agil. It is a water planet, undiscovered by humans, by Earthlings, if you will. It is a planet completely covered in water. Thus, piracy is a big thing there. Um, I was abandoned as a pup, found by Muriel. No, I was as a child. I was aboard a ship with my parents that went down. My parents perished. I survived, was picked up by a pirate vessel, and then Vinny Beans was born. I was raised a pure-blooded pirate. And then, my pirating shenanigans, I came across a spacefaring vessel that had crash-landed on the planet, using its parts to refit my own my own ship, creating it into a spaceship. I was able to leave my planet. Boom. But Um, only really having uh, a hand manual to figure out how to fly it, I eventually ran out of gas. Well, it's not technically gas. Gas for layman's term, but the fuel for the ship. And I ended up in your solar system. So I've been floating around in the orbit of Earth and just taking in your broadcast signals, watching your movies and TV shows, and boy, that's some good shit. Y'all make some good shit. I've been binging movies, and that's how I've learned about the world. Makes sense now, doesn't it? Everything I've learned is from TV and video. Oh my good lord, how many is that? 10 gifted subs, Ringo! My man! My man! Appreciate you. Appreciate your face. Love you. Cupcake! I love you too. Thank you for being here. Look at my arm. The claw. The claw. It's gonna take some getting used to, but it's so good. It works just like a real hand. We're all talking about me here. This is, this is the channel where you come to talk about me. So, yes, current location, Earth's orbit, can't really go anywhere else. So, here I am, sitting down watching your movies. Have I had a couple? No! I just released this new body! Look at this! Look at me! How could I not be hyped? I'm so friggin' hype right now. I have nothing. I've had nothing. I've had water. I've had a bagel and water. That is it. This is 100% pure Colombian hype. Alright. Alright. So birthday, September 15th. Mark it on your calendars. Buy me gifts. If you don't know what I like, don't worry about it. The next part is my likes. So let's move on. What do we got here? Let's get rid of the about. Let's bring in the likes. Oh, okay, a little big there. Alright, likes. Some pretty easy stuff. Most of you probably know most of this. Likes. Number 1, cheese. Cheese. I wish I could. I want to recreate that GIF. Sam will know what I'm talking about, but I don't know if anyone else has seen it, where it's just this little anime person and they just slap down a block of cheese and they just go, cheese. Cheese. Okay. Lisa, it would be unfair. Look, I'm trying to teach people new things, alright? Everyone already knows that you're on my list. So cheese. Sorry. Cheese. Yes, cheese is very good. It's good on pretty much anything. No, I shouldn't say anything because they're all gonna be like, well, what about cake? Do you put cheese on cake? But okay, a lot of things that I enjoy better with cheese. Cheese, yes, cheesecake, but that's not actually cheese. Okay. But yeah, I just had this morning, had a bagel, slapped some cheese on that shit, melted it. Perfect. Broccoli and chicken, slap some cheese on there. It's better. You got some broccoli cheddar soup. You got a sandwich. You're gonna eat a sandwich without cheese? I don't think so. Cheese is a vital part of everything. Pizza, amazing, has cheese on it. Burgers, amazing, have cheese on it. I go to a Coney Island hot dog place. I get Coney sauce and cheese. You got a salad. It ain't got feta cheese on it. I'm throwing that shit in the trash. It's all about the cheese. I went to a place this weekend. I was on vacation. We went to a place called the Cheese Iron, and it's just all cheese. We went in there. We got a bunch of different types of cheese. It was great. That's why we have the cheese slap. Let's get some cheese slaps in chat. Can we get some cheese slaps in chat? Trash salad equals no cheese. Correct. Tacos, throw some cheese on there. Yes, throw some cheese on that chat. Throw some cheese on that chat. Okay. I appreciate all the cheese. All right, what do we got? Next up, eggnog. Okay, so this is one that you might not know as well because it's seasonal. So I can't always be drinking eggnog, but I think that's one of the reasons I enjoy it so much is because it's seasonal, so it's limited. You can't have it as much, kind of like how some people like the McRib, even though that's literally just a frozen fucking like garbage. But or the McFlurry shake, or whatever seasonal things are into. Eggnog. I literally have to not have a lot of eggnog in the house at one time because I will continue to drink it until I am sick. It is so... The first sip of a glass of eggnog is like the last thing I want before I die. Like, it is life. Eggnog is life serum. Okay. Crabs is another one. This can go multiple ways. Not genitalized. That's the one way, probably the only type of crabs I do not like. Or I would not like if I encountered them. I don't know. So, I have not tried crawfish. We don't really have much crawfish in this area. It's more about the clams and the lobsters and the crabs. So eating crabs, I love me some crabs. Like lobster is cool and all, but to be honest, I think it's alright. So I never get it because I don't think it's worth the price. You pay all this money and it's just alright to me. I prefer crab. It's cheaper and I think it tastes better. It's a little bit sweeter because you usually get it in the big crab legs. Oh, an Alaskan crab leg. Give me a Alaskan crab leg. Oh. Mwah. So, eating crabs, but also crabs as a creature. They're really cool looking, I think. I like they're like little tanks. They got their claws. And King of Crabs was one of my my early breakthrough stream games. So like a lot of people love that, and I kind of got associated with crabs early on. We have a crab emote. Um, I've been trying to get a crab pet in Elder Scrolls Online. Oh my god, that would be so good. You were an astronaut, you'd be a crab tuber. Yes, Hori, you could be a little crab tuber, and I'd put you on my shoulder, and we would adventure through space. Okay, so crabs. Summer! Another thing we touched on this today while we were talking about how all y'all are already fed up with summer. And I'm just getting started over here. Like, I enjoy being warm. I don't enjoy having to wear layers or be cold. I would much rather be, warm. Or maybe a little bit of sweat. Nothing horrible. Not to the point where it's uncomfortable, but I guess that is uncomfortable for a lot of people, but I don't know. I just like being warm. It lets me like I have poor circulation, so most of the year I don't really feel my fingertips and toes much. But like in the heat, I feel like I have better control and feeling of my whole body. I feel like a whole person, not just like segments of me missing. Because I get cold, like I don't feel my nose, I don't feel my fingertips sometimes, and my toes, and like it. There's like chunks of me that I don't have feeling in when it's really cold. But in the summer, I can feel my whole body, and I feel like a more. Uh, I feel like I have more control and more. I'm a more full physical being when I'm warm. If that makes any sense. Um, so summer and fog. Fog. I love fog. I love the feeling and aesthetic of just going out on a foggy night. You just go for a walk, like all the street lamps just have like a glow, and everything's like kind of dark and like close. It feels like you're in like a little tiny bubble, and nothing else exists beyond your little area of vision, and it's very comfy and comforting, and at the same time just a little bit creepy because I love horror movies and stuff, and fog is always a real creepy, like, oh, what's in the unknown, like you can't see everything, but at the same time I still find it comfy, so it's like a little like it's cool and eerie, like when you just see like a open field and there's just a little bit of fog rolling over, you're like, that is creepy, but at the same time I just want to walk through it. So yes, walk around in fog. I have been larping. I haven't been able to larp um this year because of, the vid and all that. So I'll be excited to get back to that. But I've never actually had the opportunity to do it during fog. A fog has not rolled in while playing, but I would be all over that. Oh my god, I'd just be running through that fog. Oh, I would be about that. Fog on a mountain too. Yeah. Yes. 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 Fog anywhere. I'm about it. Um, going out to eat. Right here. Going out to eat. That is another thing. I love going out to eat. If it wasn't so expensive, I would do it like every freaking day. Like the experience of going out to eat, having like, because if I'm home, I'm just eating a meal. There's no, like, I don't know about you people, but if you're making stuff for yourself, you're not, oh, let me make a little appetizer and then I'll make a meal and then maybe I'll have like a little dessert or something. I'm like, no, I eat one thing. I have this meal and I eat it, and that's it. That I'm satiated. But you go out to eat, you got this full menu, all this stuff. You're like, oh, I can get some mozzarella sticks or maybe a little popper or something, and then you get your course. Um, I don't usually end up going for dessert, but you can. If you eat everything and you're like, you know what? I feel like a slice of cheesecake. Boom, slice of cheesecake on your table, and then like the atmosphere, you got someone serving you. You can get a little drink, and you just hang out and you eat, and you take way longer to eat. Like if I'm at home, I'm stuffing. Like I said, I make a one meal. I stuff it all on my face as fast as I can because I just want to get back to what I'm doing. But when you're at a restaurant, you take your time, you eat slower, you appreciate the food. You're kind of forced to appreciate the food because you pay so much for it. But like, you're not just paying for the food, you're paying for the atmosphere, you're paying for like, the service. If you go somewhere that has good service and a good atmosphere, oh my god. Like, oh yes, yes. I'm glad that's how Penn is thinking, because like I'm so about that. I think Yamato's has opened back up. I'm gonna have to go there. I haven't been since because they were still doing takeout till very recently. Oh, that was the one. Perfect. Oh, he did tell me the date, yeah, and then I just forgot. And until just now when you said that, and I was like, oh, yeah, I think that one is that one is open, but I think it's past that date. I forgot what the date was, but I believe it's past that now. Heck yeah. Well, me and Penn are friends, okay? We're really close. Don't be jealous of our friendship. Um, so yeah, so going out to eat, a big thing. I really like that, the experience of it. You can F right off. Um, yeah. So now we got stand-up comedy. I have always been into stand-up comedy. It's so good. I'm very picky. There's not many people that I watch. And a lot of the times I'm like, yeah, maybe I will watch someone new. It's usually garbage, and I don't like it. But that being said, the few people that I do enjoy, I will watch their stand-up over and over again, and cannot get enough. Ari Shafir, Bobcat. I don't know who that second. I only know Ari Shafir, and to be honest, I wouldn't want to pay to go see that guy because I think he's a douche. Um, but I'll look into those other guys. Um, but yeah, no, my favorites are Brian Regan, um, Jim Gaffigan, um, Cat Williams, Dave Chappelle. Um, let's see, Stephen Wright. He's an older one. Um, Fucking, oh, what's that? The young kid there that has New in Town, and I always forget his name. Yeah, Gabriel's all right. I liked there was like one special of his that I thought was really funny, but um, I watched his most recent one. Eh, it was all right. I had like a good message of him like losing weight and stuff like that, but overall, eh. John Mulaney, yes, love John Mulaney. Louis C.K. Louis C.K. is one of my favorite comedians. I don't care. I don't care about any of that shit he went through. He's still a funny comedian. That man could murder someone. That doesn't make him not a funny comedian. Um, uh, yeah. So those are basically the ones I'll watch over and over again. Not a big pool of people, but oh, so good. So good. Um, and then last, but certainly not least, piracy. Now, piracy. Actually, hold on. Let me get that out of there. Okay. Piracy, it's what I do. All kinds. Why pay for what you can just, if you can just, if you can get, listen, if you can take something and no one notices, then is it really a crime? All right. So let's not stay on that too long. I don't want to get banned for people thinking I'm supporting crime here. So, uh, kids, remember, don't steal. Let's move on to Dislikes, which I don't have many. I was kind of trying to like. I didn't put too many because I'm not trying to spend too much time on crime. I'm not trying to spend too much time on things I don't like, but I figured I'd cause a scene here, make some people unhappy, and rehash some old issues. And if you didn't already know all of this stuff, all the lovely things that people can't live without, that I never want. Um, Number one, chocolate. Take it out. Get it out of here. It's in everything. I can't have a goddamn candy without people trying to put chocolate on it. Every goddamn payday, besides paydays, the last freaking holdout is just a caramel with nuts stuck into it. I'll take a payday. Everything else is goddamn chocolate in it. Same thing with ice cream. I like cookie dough, but they always put chocolate chips in it. So I don't get it. Get that shit out of here. I don't want chocolate. I like peanut butter. Peanut butter ice cream's great, but they always put chocolate in it. Chocolate peanut butter ice cream. Get the chocolate out of there. Give me the dang peanut butter. That's what I want in my mouth. Peanut butter. Not chocolate. So, so, coffee. Don't like it. That's fine. I know a lot of people like it. Can't get through their day without it. Yeah, it's dependency for you. But I never liked the taste. I thought the aftertaste tasted like I don't know, hot garbage. Even if it was one of those that's like, oh, it doesn't even taste like coffee. It's got all these sugars and things in it. Yeah, it tastes good when you first sip it, and then after a couple minutes, the inside of your mouth tastes like an asshole. I don't know what to tell you. It just the coffee bean aftertaste is never good. No matter how good you get it to taste while you're sipping it, afterwards it tastes like wet ass. It's you know. Herb. Hell yeah, Lisa. And then, all right, spicy food. To me, it's not even really a flavor. It's a sensation, and it's a sensation I don't like. It makes my mouth all tingly and and hurts. And I don't think it adds to me. It doesn't add anything flavorful to a meal for me. Anything spicy, even buffalo wings, unnecessary. I'll eat them because they're still wings, and you can put some ranch or blue cheese on them, and you don't taste the spice too much. But rather just have a plain chicken wing or barbecue. Give me something tangy. Give me something savory. Give me like garlic parm wings. Or do you like beans? Yeah, I like beans. I like a good refried bean. Um, I like a lot of types of beans. And then, yeah. Um, so yeah, a lot of food, not about it. Like, God, one of the worst restaurant experiences I ever had was going to an Indian restaurant. Literally everything was fucking spicy. Even the non-spicy dishes, they were like, well, yeah, it's not spicy in comparison to the horribly over the top spiciness of everything else on the menu. Even their after dinner mints. Their freaking after dinner mints were like cinnamon or some shit. I was like, you kidding me? You're gonna make me eat all this spicy shit and then put fucking cinnamon Tic Tacs in my mouth? Oh my god, worst thing ever. I even got rice pudding. They put like fucking a pound of cinnamon and paprika on the top. I was like, I can't even eat anything. Like, I was hoping this rice pudding could cool down my mouth from the hot ass fucking chicken you gave me, and you just made it hot again. Everything was just hot. I couldn't. It was so unenjoyable. Okay. Okay. On to the next. Navy. I'm a pirate. The Navy's always on my case. They're trying to bust me. Nothing against your Earth Navy. They're fine. They're stand-up people. They're probably great. I had a grandfather um who's in the Navy. They're great. But where I come from, screw the Navy. They're always coming down on me. The Navy, yes, not like the United States Navy, but you know, the people who are after pirates. Oh, the color, like fuck. God, I swear to God, if anyone comes in here with a navy colored jumper, I'll jam it down your throat. It's the worst color. No, 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 no. No, I don't care about that. No, 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 no. Exactly. We don't need the Space Navy. Okay, alright, dislikes. We're done with these. We're done with these. Who needs dislikes? Um, F, since you're here, I mean, I'm about to go into Navy Blue is the enemy. Yes. Even if you're just lurking, don't worry. But I was about to go into more specific things that I like anime. So we're about to talk about anime in detail. Okay, anime that I like. Oh God, come on, come on. There we go. Whew. All right. So, anime. Of course, we have One Piece. One Piece, with which I may not have realized my love for pirates. For some reason, it never clicked in my head. It was actually someone else who was just like, "Oh, you really love pirates, huh?" And I was like, "What do you mean?" And they're like, "Well, you know, like growing up, you always loved puzzle pirates, and then you know you watch One Piece, and you do this and you do that. You have fucking pirate coins in your coin collection." And like I was like, "Oh." Oh yeah, huh? I guess I do really like pirates. A one piece bucket hat? Like the cowboy hats? No, those are the gallon hats. What, a bucket hat? What the hell's a bucket hat? Bucket hat. Is it like a Abraham Lincoln hat? A bucket hat covered in One Piece designs. Okay. Yeah, I have the Luffy cosplay. That was one of my favorites. Because it was there's not much to it, and I have the build for it, which you know a lot of anime characters are just like chiseled hulking monstrosities, but Luffy's just a lanky stretchy boy, and and that's me. So I just put the clothes on and boom, I'm goddamn Luffy. I'm goddamn Monkey D. Luffy. Um, Cinema Tuesday. Okay, so the Seven Warlords. Yeah, that would be so much fun. Yeah, Jinx is definitely you. So it was hard to not make this list a mile long with every anime I've ever seen. So I tried to put the ones that have had the biggest, that I've liked the most or have had the biggest impact on me. So One Piece, of course, literally, if you've, I've put so much time into it. I've watched almost 1,000 episodes of it. That's more than like every other anime on this list put together. Um, Bulusian! Hello! Hello! Welcome to the celebration. I don't know why my arm keeps doing that. Okay. Um, so, here, I think maybe if I scroll in just a little bit. Okay. Um, so, yeah, One Piece, pretty easy to see why I'm into that. Um, the powers are just obscene. It's everything. It's like the battles are so great, but they're also able to be so goofy, and like the characters are there's so many characters, and they're all obscene, like wild. Um, Full Metal Alchemist, specifically Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Although I didn't want to specify because I like both of them, and I think they're both important. If someone has the time, if you're gonna only watch one, go with Brotherhood. But I think the best way to do it is to watch both. To watch Full Metal Alchemist, the regular one first, and then to watch Brotherhood. The difference being, Full Metal Alchemist came out first, and it took some liberties and it diverted from the manga, and it it kind of it cut a lot out of the end, and kind of stretched out stuff in the beginning, and there was some more things were drawn out a bit more, a little bit more filler, and then they released Brotherhood, which was like a more compact and closer to the manga. The endings of the two are completely different. The last like season of both of these are so different. It's crazy. Like important characters that are to the end of the series in one die right as they're introduced in the other, and so forth. Um, so Brotherhood is better. It's more compact, summarized, and it has a better ending that goes along with the manga. But the original Full Metal Alchemist, since it's stretched out and longer, there's some more stuff that gets explained, and I think having that extra stuff and that extra background knowledge when you go into Brotherhood being smushed and summarized doesn't feel like it's you're losing anything, or it's rushed. 'Cause I feel like if you go right into Brotherhood, it moves very quickly, and some things might not be as clear if you didn't watch the other one first. But if you're only gonna watch, like most people are only gonna watch one of them, go for Brotherhood. It's so good. It was one of the first anime I watched in full when I started getting into anime, and not just watching it on TV as a kid with Toonami and Adult Swim. Um, it was so worth it. Um, let's see. Yu Yu Hakusho. This was another one. I both Full Metal and Yu Yu Hakusho I saw late night, staying up as a kid, watching Adult Swim. Hey, Grumpy! Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hey, look at this! Look at this thing. Oh, this model's so good. Okay. So yes, Yu Yu Hakusho, Full Metal Alchemist were both ones that I saw late at night on Adult Swim when I was a kid, and I'd watch episodes, and I was like, this is so cool, but I never had any idea what was going on because they would show random episodes. Oh, I should put this as just chatting. Oh my god, this whole time I've had this as fucking Elder Scrolls. Oh my god. Oh, I'm such a fool. Okay. Yes, take my strong hand. So those were two that I went back and watched when I started really getting into anime, and I love both of them. Yu Yu Hakusho holds up. It's an older show, but it fucking holds up. And the the powers are so cool, and it just has a great story. Death Note. Death Note was one I slept on for a long time because I don't know. It was one of those where it was like, weird kids like that one, so it's probably really weird. But then after watching enough anime, I was like, wait a minute. I'm the weird kid now. Just because weird kids like anime doesn't mean anime is weird. Anime's for everyone. So I watched Death Note, and it's so good. It is so good. Like, it is the perfect, like, mental chess game between the protagonist and the antagonist. It loses some of that later in the series when a thing happens that I'm not going to spoil, but a big turning point happens and it loses a lot of steam. But doesn't matter. Even if you just stop watching when that thing happens, the beginning couple seasons, the beginning of the show, so amazing. Like the mind games are on another level. It's a must see, and I own it. For anyone who knows me in real life and wants to watch it, I own it. I also own all of Yu Yu Hakusho. I don't own all of One Piece because that's literally expensive as hell. Because you gotta buy 1,000 fucking episodes, like, and I think each disc only has like 20 something episodes. So do the math. It's a lot of fucking discs. Samurai 7. Now this one's a hidden gem, and it's very short, and very good. It's based off of a story that's been told a bunch of times. There's a movie called Seven Samurai. Multiple movies called Seven Samurai. It's a story that's been remade many times, from old samurai movies of seven samurai who come together to defend a peasant village from outstanding forces. And that is what this is about, but it's in one of those, weird kind of like old school like feudal Japan, but they also have crazy technology, some crazy technology. So like one of the characters is a ooh. Hooray! Yes!
Congrats Vinny on a year and your new form. Even though I haven't been here long, I'm really glad I met you and I'm proud of you.
Yes! I'm glad I met you too! And I'm proud of everything you've done! Because we're a goddamn team! Hell yeah! To the top! Me and Sam, we're taking VTubing by storm. But yes, so then they have one of the characters is a robot, and I believe he's voiced by Chris Sabat. I don't know. It's very good, and it's pretty short. I recommend that as well. Well, I recommend all these. So I should stop saying I recommend this, because I obviously recommend all these. Rise of the Shield Hero. This is a relatively newer one, and it only has one season, but dang, is it good. Starts off with a bang with some real heavy subjects that are thrown on the main character. Immediately shit goes wrong for this dude, and he has to power through, and just like seeing him overcome obstacle, like he just gets the shit end of the stick, and him having to overcome all these obstacles just makes him a badass. And it's a hell of a journey, and he's not the nicest dude. It's a very it feels real because a lot of the characters aren't just purely good or purely evil. Like there's a lot of people change their mind, people that are good do bad things, people who are bad do good things sometimes. It's not, everyone's not a cookie cutter thing. It feels like the characters feel pretty real. Um, so yeah, season 2 is coming soon, October. So get on that. Watch that first season in time to catch the second. Arifureta? From commonplace to world's strongest. Okay, I'll have to check that out. Back to lurking. Thank you, Herb. I will have an awesome time. Good luck with life stuff. Hooray, thank you. Thank you for stopping in. It means a lot. Do what you gotta do. Have a fun day. Alright. Psychopaths. This one is interesting. It's not a classic like a lot of these others on here. It was a Netflix one, actually. But it is very good. I love the subject matter. Future where police are able to use a machine to determine your psychopaths, which is how they have a way of to figuring out how likely you are to commit a crime, and they use that to round up people who they believe will commit crimes and stop them by jailing them before they actually do anything. Yeah, stuff like that, and you know, they have these guns. The cops have guns, and the guns determine someone's psychopaths, and then the gun either allows them to shoot a pacifying shot or a lethal shot based on how it records someone's psychopaths, and you get into the of course you see where this is going. You get into the whole discussion of if this is ethical and if this is overall a good thing or a bad thing, and it comes to some crazy stuff towards the end. Yes, very good sci-fi stuff. And this came out right when I was in college studying uh, philosophy and psychology. So it was perfect. It just came out at the perfect time for me. And I watched it and I was just like, oh my god, yes. Yes. This is what I wanted in an anime. So. Exactly. Inspired by the novel Neuromancer. Oh, interesting. I'll have to check that out. I don't read too much these days, but every once in a while I do. Like when I go on vacation, if I'm at the beach, I'm not big on going in the water. I'd rather just sit in the sun and read a book, so I'll have to check that out. Coming soon or just finished. Interesting. Yeah, okay. So, Fairy Tale, too bad Hori just left, because I know this is a favorite of hers, but she doesn't need me to tell her about it. Really good. People come down on it because of the ending, but I haven't even seen that far, because I watched it when I was in college, and I only watched up to what they had at the time, which was still like 175 episodes. And that was all amazing stuff. Apparently, after that, some shit happens that people weren't a fan of. But listen, if they can give you 175 episodes of good shit, are you really gonna get butthurt if then the next like 20 something episodes or however many episodes aren't good? Then just stop. Enjoy what you already had, and if you're not liking what they're doing now, go on to something else. Like, I enjoyed what I saw. The powers were really cool. Celestial magic. One of the main characters is celestial magic, and she has all these crazy characters that represent the zodiac signs. Um, and then you have all just the different types of magic. Every character has like completely different ways of using magic, and at least it's really cool battles. Um, Possibly my second favorite. Yeah, I think it's my second favorite tournament arc. First being Yu Yu Hakusho, which is on the list. Um, the Dark Tournament in Yu Yu Hakusho, easily my favorite tournament arc. And that's saying something because every anime has to have a fucking tournament arc. But Dark Tournament so good. But Fairy Tail is a close second. The Grand Magic games in Fairy Tail is so good. So many characters get their time to shine. Um, and they introduce so many new characters, and there's like, I don't know, it's always cool when you have other side characters that you're rooting for um, in a tournament arc. They did the same thing in the Dark Tournament of Yu Yu Hakusho. There were other teams with really cool characters. You had, of course, the main character team, and then you have the evil villain team. But then I love when they throw in other teams of just random people, and some of them are wicked dope, and you're like, I love that guy. And you get to meet some cool new people that aren't part of the whole grand scheme, real evil or real good guys. Chunin exam is really cool. It is I think that Rock Lee and Gara's fight is dope as hell. They have some really good fights, but it didn't quite impact me as much as these two. I will put it up there though. Chunin exams are amazing. I think the Chunin exams were the best part of Naruto for a long while after they ended, until other stuff happened. But then again, I didn't watch that far into Naruto to be honest. Um, Tournament of Power. That's Dragon Ball Super, right? Yeah, the Dragon Ball tournaments in like the original Dragon Ball Z, that's probably my third. Like one of those tournaments, because those tournaments were all really dope. Especially the one where fucking Vegeta lets himself get taken over by the Majin people, so he can be evil again and be at his full power because he wants to have a rematch against Goku, and he literally wipes out a quarter of the people in the audience, just blows them up. Oh man, JJ, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you. I'm loving this model myself. But yes, Fairy Tail, just a lot of fun. Really into the abilities, really into their tournament arc. Um, Maybe one day I'll go back and pick up where I left off. Who knows? It's been a while though. Yes. So now that's the anime, the animu. Let's go on to music. Completely different conversation, but just as fun. So once again, tough to put together a list because like same with anime, like it's hard to pick what you want to put on here. Not quite as difficult because to be honest, I'm not a huge music buff. Like I listen to it in the car. I typically don't listen to it any other time. I don't listen to it that much. I don't listen to that much different music either, but Nasu's entrance in the second games is crazy. Yeah, it is. It is. All right. Yes, System of a Down is the number one spot. I had to put System at number one. They are my favorite band. The first band that I found that I could listen to every single song and enjoy it. I could put in the whole discography, and there would be not a single song that I didn't care for or that I'd want to skip. So, because there's a lot of bands that I only like. I don't even want to say I like a lot of bands because I only listen to a couple songs by them. So I only put bands on this list that I could listen to all of their music and be happy. Ramstein, close second. They've gone back and forth as my favorite band, System and Ramstein, but I've known and listened to System longer, so it has the honorary top spot. Um, but yeah, System. It's just their style is just different. They have that like kind of Middle Eastern and like a lot of their songs. They're not. They've made a lot of really weird songs. They have their political songs, but they also make really weird ass songs. And I'm always a fan of that stuff. Like you can't ever take yourself too seriously. You need some whack ass, weird ass songs sometimes. Um, but yes, and then Ramstein. Um, yeah, they did a lot of like their oh for one of their tours they did all the makeup. Yeah, that was a good time. And Surge was just a wild man. Just a crazy man. They had so much energy too. Um, and every song is a fucking banger. Even there's Storaged Melodies is like their almost demo tape. It's a collection of songs they made before they were. It's not part of their like real discography, but it is by them. Um, and even those songs, it was their first songs, and they were bangers. They have a song with Wu Tang Clan on there, and some other ones, and you could tell they were like experimenting with with different genre types. Because the Wu Tang one is a rap, and Surge raps on it, and it's actually pretty dope. And then they have one on there, Starlit Eyes, which is a little more like I don't know, I guess scene. I don't even want to call it scene, but like that one's really cool because they just have a lot of songs with different themes. Ramstein, amazing. German, I love the German language. I think it sounds, I really like how it sounds. A lot of people come down on it. They're like, oh, it sounds angry, but that's usually because like the first you hear of German, at least in America, is in the school system, and they're showing you um, videos of Hitler's speeches and all this shit from um, from the wars. And of course it sounds angry because it's military speech. It's people like riots and this man trying to give a powerful speech to like rile the country up. Like that's not supposed to sound nice. It's supposed to sound powerful and intimidating. So if you listen to other stuff in German, it sounds amazing. Although I will say Ramstein also does a lot of their songs are meant to be um, powerful and intimidating, but they also have some ballads. They have some the orchestral stuff in the background, I think, is what gets me. Like, there's always this, like, grandiose feeling of their songs. You get your mom into Rammstein? That's amazing. But yes, they have, like, the orchestral background, and just, like, everything just feels larger and more impactful. And his voice, Till Lindemann, the lead singer, his voice, oh my god, it's just so powerful and deep. But he also speaks so clearly and can sing so clearly and concise with his words. And I think that's something a lot of, like, times it's lost when people want to get, like, heavy music or something like that. You end up with people either screaming, or people um, like growling, or crushing their words together, and it's hard to tell what they're saying. But he is very clear, um, and he has made music in multiple different languages. It's mostly German, but he has a Spanish song, and he has some English songs. He actually did a solo album. Um, well, it was him alone, him with some other guy. They collabed and they did an album, and it's all in English. So that was really cool. CH20. No, it's all good. You're still here. That's why we're doing 12 hours. I don't expect everyone to be here the whole time. Do not worry about it. I appreciate you being here now. Hello from my robot arm. Um, but yeah, so Ramstein, real cool stuff. I actually took a semester of German in college, mostly because of listening to them. I wanted to, like, it was really cool sounding, and what are my hands doing? All right, but baby metal, we're getting there. Um, Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels is next on there. So good. Like, I remember the first song I heard from him was Call Tickerton, and it was just so. The beat was so dope, and they just came in hard rapping. And they're another one, like System, where they have hard stuff and they get political, but they're not afraid to be goofy as hell too. Like, they have a lot of goofy lyrics, and they make it fun. It's not all just super serious. They rap about super serious topics, but they don't let it consume everything and become, like, overbearing. They do everything in a fun way, because at the end of the day, it's music. You're supposed to be listening to it to have a good time. Um, so I really like them. I had tickets. Firefly Festival 2020. They were headlining. They were one of the headliners. And we all know what happened in 2020. So I didn't get to see them. Super sad. And they Firefly released their set list for this year, and guess what? They're not on it. Great. So, man, hopefully one day I still get to see them. They're on my list, but I have seen System of a Down. That was great. Haven't seen Rammstein either, because same thing. I had tickets to see them at Gillette Stadium in September. What was September? Hey, let's kick off a worldwide pandemic. And it was a stadium tour, so it was like one of the first things that get canceled. So they were like, yeah, we're not filling up a stadium full of people during a pandemic. Sorry, guys. So that was also sad. I had a really good seat too. I was on the field. But whatever, one day, whenever they tour in the fucking Americas again. Yeah. So that brings us to Muse. Muse, an oldie but a goodie. From way back in the early days of Guitar Hero, they had some of my favorite songs to play. And honestly, Guitar Hero was a big exposure to music for me. Because like I said, I was never super big into listening to music, so like, I didn't know a lot of music, and playing the Guitar Hero games exposed me to so many different bands, one being Muse. And they've just continued to put out good music, like Thought Contagion. Thought Contagion is a banger. And I'd put it right up there with some of their older ones that I really like Plug In Baby, and of course Knights of Sidonia, and Uprising. Uprising is just like, you feel that song. Uprising is like, shit. That's on the level of like, what do I want to say? Like composer music shit, like Valkyrie, Rise of the Valkyries or some shit, you know, or Hall of the Mountain King. Uprising is like, their songs have that. Same thing with like, similar to Ramstein, where they have the orchestral. Like Muse just has, they build up their music. They have that like, almost some of their songs like an ethereal kind of backing to the music. Like it just lifts you into the air. And then Mother Mother, which is a newer favorite of mine. One that's a little more obscure than most of these up here, but they're very good. They're very good. They have like a, they're great windows down car ride music. I listen to them a lot in this, more so in the summer than the rest of the year, but very fun. A lot of upbeat music, even though some of the songs are about some darker topics. But it's a lot of fun. The guy's voice is great, and they have the main vocalist, and then they have two backup female singers. So it's a lot of vocals. It's good stuff. Um, Maury Calliope, had to put her on here because uh, this music's great for multiple reasons. The music itself is really dope. Um, but also, she is a VTuber. She is a one of the biggest. She's a very large VTuber. She's part of one of the largest VTubing companies or groups, if you will. Hollow Live. She's part of their English branch. So I just really think it's cool when VTubers branch out in other forms of media, whether it's drawing and art or this making music and stuff. It's like, where do they find, like, where does she find the time to do this? Like, it's wild. She works hard, and you can tell the songs are fucking jams. She goes hard. Mortal Zombie, hello, hello, hello. We're talking about the music I like right now. Um, so it's Maury Calliope. I'd say check her out. She doesn't have too much music out yet. She's just done little like EPs, but there's some bangers. Brings us to Baby Metal. Baby Metal. It is oh boy, if you like heavy stuff and you're a weeb, this is right up your goddamn alley. Um, it's like, if you could think of the most metal anime intro or outro you've ever heard of, and then like make it a little more intense, that's Baby Metal. Hey, CH, I appreciate that. I appreciate that, CH. I mean, yeah, there's something to both. Like, I do watch some of the larger VTubers. Like, I'm a big fan of Snuffy, Fruit from V Shoujo, Zentreya from V Shoujo, Mori Calliope from Hollow Live. But I do also, like, that's what I watch when the small VTubers that I'm friends with aren't online, or the other streamers that I support aren't online. That's like for other times, you know. I wouldn't watch them over my small independent friends. But yes, Baby Metal is dope. So basically, it's these three cute little I believe they're Japanese. Yeah, Japanese girls. Um, that their manager, you know, was like, because they were gonna be idols, you know, like the J-pop groups where they just take, you know, good-looking kids and the company makes music for them, and they just have these good-looking kids sing the music and put on crazy performances, and then they become like idols, and everyone's like, oh yeah. So this one manager was like, no, 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 we're gonna take that, but do it metal. And they're a metal band, and they come out and they're all like cute but dressed in like, you know, metal ass shit, and they have these whole choreographed things for every single song. Their their stage performances are insane. Their concerts are insane. Their concerts are like on par with like shit Ramstein does. Like there was one where they were in a giant triangle that was hanging above the audience. There was another one, their stage was literally on tracks, and while they were singing, the stage just starts sliding forward down through the middle of the crowd to the back of the room, and then slides back, and the pyrotechnics, and like it's wild stuff. Immortal! I'm doing great. Today is my 1 year. I got this new model. I got this new logo I have above me here. Um, actually, oh, I can show off another thing. So I have this. Hold on. So I have the logo. We'll put the logo away for a second. So I have another thing that I want to show off. I think some people will like this. I had some art made of the new model, but one key difference. Gender bent. Look at that. Look how. You believe that? Look how hot I look as a girl. You see that shit? Damn. Damn. Right? That's what I'm saying. I was like, hell. Shit. Way to outdo myself. The space birds are mating. Oh man. Alright. Um yeah, so that's Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Skim Shady. I appreciate it. But yes, that's some art I had done. I was waiting till today to release. It's I love it. I love it. I love it. So yes, I will be posting both the logo and this art later today. Um, and with credit to the people who did them. Both people were extremely great to work with, and were nice enough to not post anything until I revealed it myself. So I will be posting it later with credit to them and letting them know that they can now post it themselves and add it to their portfolios. So look out for that if you like any of the logos or art. All credit will be posted later today. Immortal Zombie, no problem. I just be careful with the drug talk. You know, Twitch, they're always watching, trying to get you for something or other. So, but don't worry, I appreciate you being here. So, you don't always have to chat to be a part of the fun. All right. So back to the music. Baby Metal, we did that. So last but not least, Daniel Brown. Oh boy. Now when I say I like the goofy aspects of some of the other bands, nothing goofier than Danny Brown. His music, his rap is ridiculous. His voice is ridiculous. His music videos are ridiculous. His lyrics are ridiculous, but it's all such a good time. All such a good time. So, I would say check out Danny Brown. I don't really know how else to explain him except like yeah, those portobellos. Those portobellos. Yeah, I had to put Danny Brown on here. He's, cuz